What's up, guys? Welcome back to RollPlay Solum. Going into the final hour here of week number 6. Neal, go ahead.
You guys are standing over Alice's dead body, and all of a sudden, Carla and the baby appear in front of you guys. Or you don't actually; she doesn't appear, but you hear her crying. Wait, you didn't cast invisibility, did you? You cast invisibility to animals, didn't you?
Oh yeah, that's true actually.
I got confused. That invisibility to animals isn't supposed to work against basilisks. They're not an animal; they're a magical creature.
Okay.
Too late.
Too late. Too late. Anyway, I guess Carla's been able there to see you the whole time. Your horses couldn't see you though.
Yeah.
Shit. Okay, whatever. It's fine.
Yeah.
You guys are standing over JP. He is, or not JP, over Alice. Her body is pretty badly mangled. Guts lying out on the ground.
I'm holding her head, just kind of looking down at her, super sad.
I look up to the party and I'm like, I'm so sorry, guys. I thought I could save her.
You did the best you could, Jacques. Thank you for trying. Alice was an amazing fighter and a good friend. She meant mostly well.
Mostly. I mean, I hope we can honor her by saving this baby and that.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's what Alice would want. Look, guys, this is terrible, and we're gonna give her a proper burial here. But Jacques, why don't you take my sword and harvest the poison from the basilisk, and Largo and I can work on setting up this funeral, and then we'll say some words.
That's great thinking. yeah. I'll say yeah. I'll go do that, I guess.
So I look at Largo and kind of like shrug in the direction of Alice and start to. I guess I wouldn't really have any tools to dig a hole, so I'm just kind of using my bare hands, I guess.
Yeah, I don't think I have anything either.
Is there any trees around or anything like that, Neal?
There are few and far between. You see some, but they're, it's 600 feet away.
I don't know. Could I say I found like a stone or something like that, like a flatter stone?
Yeah, I mean, you can find something to dig with.
Could we chop the basilisk's claw off and use it to dig with?
Sure. I don't think that would be any more effective than like digging with a knife or something.
Okay.
So long and short of it, I guess, is that we set to work and.
Okay. It's pretty difficult to dig a hole big enough for Alice, but you guys take a few hours to do it. You bury Alice. Someone rounds up the horses because they ran for a little ways, but you managed to get them back. And you guys sleep for the night by Alice's grave.
Before we throw her away into the hole, I give her remaining bicep one last caress, and I say that's the strongest woman I ever met.
Oh wait, doesn't she have like all the plait on her and shit?
Yeah, we would loot all the shit off.
Okay.
Neal, you're not getting away this time with all this shit.
All right. I'm very glad someone said that because otherwise that would have been buried on her. You loot the shit from Alice.
I do bury her.
It's so sad that we have to defile her body this way.
What is it? Is it just 30 plait, or what else does she have on her?
Alice, what did you have on you?
It's actually
I messaged
Jacques
you. It was 30 plat, 41 gold.
41.
I also had a bastard sword, a Kopesh sword, 25 darts, a large chest, which you guys never knew about, that had a lock on it. What else? Scale mail, clothes, quiver, bedroll, torch. I think that's it.
Do we evenly distribute the money?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
So I would take the money and the locked chest, since that would be interesting to me.
Alice, how big is the locked chest?
Sorry, I have it marked as it's a chest, small. It weighs 10 pounds.
Okay.
The lock weighs 1.
In her backpack at the bottom. You never realized it.
I mean, would everyone just Well, I guess it's up to
So
Victoria.
let's split up the money, right?
So that's
10 platinum each.
yeah. What's 41 divided by 3? It's,
don't ask me to do math.
14, I think.
13.
And what?
13 and change.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'll take
10
13 gold, right?
We all get 10 plat, right?
10 platinum, 13 gold. I guess I would take, unless someone else says otherwise, I would take the chest to safekeep.
Well, I can probably open the lock. We never knew about this. I can see what's inside.
Let's give it some time,
Oh,
friend. Let's
I
make
feel
it
like-
to a town and wait.
We can. Do
I might
that too.
have a way to talk to Alice one last time if you guys want me to try. See what she wants. She wants her secret to remain lost.
That makes, I mean, it's not a bad idea, Joffrey. It makes me profoundly uncomfortable. If I just got torn open by a basilisk, I would probably say a bunch of fuck yous, and I'd be very mad.
You wouldn't
let's give
want
it time.
your last will to be known to your friends?
Never
Be able
having
to say
died, I
goodbye?
can't answer totally in truth. I would just tell, if I just got just know this from me, when I die, if I die to a dragon, I will say fuck you when you ask. I will, not just you, everyone. I'll be like so mad.
So, is this something we can do days or weeks from now, Joffrey, or is it
I don't have the
only
spell
right
description.
now?
Let me see real quick. Ask question that creature, set period of time, blah blah blah. It seems like it doesn't matter. Yeah. Only higher level priests can converse with long dead creatures. Should be possible.
I'll take her weapons and scale mail to sell, and then I'll distribute that. Like I explained to them that I'll share that as well once we sell it, but I'll carry it on my horse. So, how much does that all weigh, Neil?
I'm sorry, what items? Her scale mail and weapons?
Yeah, scale mail.
You can just put it on your horse's saddlebags.
All right, and then bastard sword and
Yeah.
Kopesh
Kolpesh, yeah.
darts. Okay. Before we leave, I sever the head of the basilisk and put it over her funeral ground.
Okay.
Neil, would I know if there's some parts usable for poison or anything valuable in terms of shamanistic activity, like claws?
What are your non-weapon
eyes.
proficiencies? Do you have like animal lore or something?
Well, I'm a shaman.
Do you have animal lore?
I have no
What do you have?
spellcraft,
No.
healing, herbalism, astrology.
You don't know of
writing
any.
and reading.
You don't know of any parts of the basilisk that would be used for spells. And
Poison.
the poison in the claws is pretty minor. Give me a dex check.
Well, she could
Try
take out
and
the
get it
poison
out.
gland, like whatever created
Yeah.
the breath.
Yeah. Well, not what created the breath. That is magical poison
wow.
attack.
Dex check? Sounds
Mhm.
dangerous. I would be careful. 24.
Okay. You managed to get the poison glands out, but they're small, and in like the process of getting them out, you pierce them, and you cannot retrieve the poison properly.
Okay.
There's like it's a small gland in the claws, and you've never done this with basilisk before, so you're cutting open the claws looking for it, and the poison leaks. It's only in the front 2 claws. The remaining 6 do not have poison.
Okay. Well,
Okay.
that wouldn't work.
All right.
Just, we say a few words and everyone's really somber and stuff like that, and I guess we just get back on the horses.
You guys want to collect claws? Teeth?
Not in particular.
No.
Okay. Well, I'll go over Alice's grave and do my tribe's ritual of burial, I guess.
Very good.
And
We'll give you some
save
time
them.
alone.
Yeah. And I'm like, may the spirits guide her soul through the wild and nature, and may she retrieve her ancestors and animal guides that followed her through her life, and may she rest in peace.
Okay.
Yeah. Tribe.
And then you guys continue on to Farrow. Largo, you are now riding a horse instead of a pony, since your pony is turned to stone.
Is that like physically okay?
It's uncomfortable, and you can't reach the stirrups, but people rode horses for a long time before there were stirrups, so you can do it.
Okay.
Just kind of uncomfortable because you got to sit pretty broad across the back of the horse.
Sure.
And you guys pull into Farrow in the late morning, early afternoon of the day after you buried Alice.
Okay,
Farrow
so like
is
what time of places and stuff?
Farrow is another small town. It's a little bit bigger than the last few places you've been to. Again, mostly mostly shepherd sort of thing. Lots of goats, lots of cows, lots of pigs, lots of sheep. Some small amounts of agriculture here and there. They seem to live a pretty peaceful life. Again, no wall. There are more trees in this area, so most of their buildings are made of wood. There are still a lot of adobe things here and there. There's a couple of wells in town, and this town has two churches, and it actually has a small town hall. The people greet you cautiously, but with interest. They're surprised at having travelers come through this part of town, this part of the world. They don't usually get travelers out here. And you're also greeted by a whole man. I was going to say something that's not true. You're greeted by a gentleman with a pack of hunting dogs who are like sniffing and coming up to you guys and kind of yipping and barking, but he's keeping them back and non-threatening. He comes up and says, "My name's Hare. What are you guys doing around these parts?"
Just passing through, friend. We're on our way north. That's about it, yeah.
All right. Well, I'm the warden around here, and we don't get many travelers, but when we do, I like to make sure that I let them know who I am and that I don't take kindly to trouble in my town. So you're welcome to stay and move along, but don't cause any trouble, okay? We like to
Understandable.
where they are.
Yeah, we don't want to.
I would look for an
cause any
armor. Is it kind of a more established town? Is there?
It's a little bit more established. There's a blacksmith, not a full-fledged armorer. Yeah.
I guess I go to the blacksmith and ask him about selling the armor.
He says let's give it a chance. No. He says that they don't really need armor around these parts, There's no call for it, but that perhaps Hare might want it, if it fits him. He's the only person that has any militaristic adventure or exploits.
Thank you, friend. I guess I hunt him down and offer him darts, Kolpesh, bastard sword, or scale mill.
He asks how much you're charging for it.
Do I guess as a blacksmith, I'd have an idea, wouldn't I?
Yeah, absolutely. You're a weaponsmith, right?
Yeah, I was.
So you would know how much a bastard sword would sell for and how much a Kolpesh would sell for. Let me look that up for you.
So yeah, I'll just, whatever you find is what I would offer, and then I guess mark it up a little bit just because I have a higher proficiency in selling things.
Yeah. I'm trying to find the lists. Here we go. Sword, bastard sword, 25 gold, Kolpesh sword, where's the Kolpesh sword? When you mention those prices to him, well, he looks at the armor, he tries it on. It doesn't fit super well, but it kind of fits. And he says, well, I very much like this Kolpesh sword is 15 gold. So the total is 40 gold for the weapons. And did you have scale mail, was it?
Yeah.
Scale mail goes for...
Is scale mail better than splint?
Scale mail, splint mail. Splint mail is better than scale mail. But they weigh the same. Scale mail usually sells for 60. So that's a total of 100 gold. It's like, well, I'd love to buy these off you, but I really just don't have that kind of money. It's not a matter of me being cheap. It's 100 gold here is what man makes in a year or two.
Understandable. If you have something for trade, I'd hear that out as well.
He looks around, kind of walks up to you and says, I got a daughter.
Oh no, friend. Thank you for the offer, but
I mean, you can't keep her, but if you're in town for a couple of nights, you might have a nice warm bed.
I understand. Thank you, but no.
How large are
Perhaps
the
one of your friends?
I'm very aware of the fact that he's like the warden, so I'm trying not to. I'm disgusted, but I'm trying not to offend him. So, look, no, thank you though.
Also, the armor does have like a giant tear in the chest where it
Yes.
basilisk gate through it.
Tell you what, if you have anyone in the area of 20 gold, I'll give you the scale mail. That's half off.
I'm more interested in those swords. Those are pretty weapons.
All right, so that would be 40 total. How about 30 for the two of them?
How about I give you 20 for them, and I see that you're well fed, well taken care of in town for free, and I can put in a good word with you with the ladies.
Room and board, food, and 20 for the two swords. Sure, we can do that.
Done. He spits on his hand and goes to shake your hand.
I shake it.
All right.
Roll for that.
All right, you gain 20 gold, and drop the Cold Bastard Sword.
I give, whenever I see you, just for character sheet purposes, I give each of you 7 gold, and I take 6. Largo and Jockry.
Yeah.
Okay.
Carla this whole time is pretty distraught. The death of Alice hit her particularly hard. She and Alice kind of had a little bit of a bond. More so than she did with anyone else in the party. And she's hit pretty hard by it. But, you know, she's a tough woman. She's smuggling a baby across infested lands, so she keeps it together.
Yeah, I tried to talk to her and comfort her. I'll tell her that I made sure that her soul would be rescued.
Give me a charisma check.
Oh. Well, let me look how much I have. 14. 33!
Okay.
So I explained to her like how souls travel and the spirits, and that I made sure that everything would be fine.
Okay. You comfort her a little bit, but she seems. I mean, you can tell that she is upset, and that your words do have some effect. But she's not very showy with her emotions.
Yeah.
Like
I'm
she's
okay with
tight-lipped about things. Okay. You get free room and board. The small inn that is here, you are the only guests. Inn is basically a bar with a couple of bedrooms attached to it. You get some food and drinks. The liquor here is better than it was in the previous town, and the beer is better than it was in the town before that. Yeah. Anything else you guys want to do in this town before you head out?
Just kind of, I get her situated in the room, and I see that Jockry's doing a fantastic job of soothing her, so I kind of like a loving father close the door very gently, you know, and do one of those like hand on the door things where I'm like, Alice, we'll miss you, Alice. And I guess that's about it. Just kind of replenish supplies, which I guess we get for free.
Yeah.
Food and stuff.
Yeah. All right. Then you guys take off the next day.
I believe so.
Yeah.
It's tough because JP was the only other guy that talked on the show, so it's just me right now. Ryan and Jen are quiet.
I said yeah.
Yes, you did say yes.
So you talk to the locals trying to get directions to where you are headed next. Where are you headed next? The last
That's a
place
good
you got
question.
directions said you should head to Kursig, and that it was south of the mountains to the northeast. Are you getting any particular directions from anyone in particular here?
I guess we'd ask them, and Ryan Jin speak up, but I think maybe we hit Farrow, and then
Well, you're in Farrow now.
we are in Farrow, so I guess like Vinderfell is the next big city, and just like a city before that, right?
What is
Vinderfell.
Vinderfell? What the fuck is Vinderfell?
I
It's
also want to
north.
ask the type of terrain we're gonna encounter. Like if it's like jungles, high grass, no grass, plains, rock, water, animals.
I do not see a Vinderfell anywhere.
It's up north by the lakes. If you go straight north, you see
I see. Yeah, it's way north. There's many towns beyond for it. Got it.
Yeah.
Well, not way north, but there's nothing after Farrow, so yeah. I mean, yeah.
There's Barren and some other towns near there.
The what is the white parts of the map? Like after Greyvale, it's just white, right?
That's Neal has to draw more, I think.
Yeah, that's it's
Cartography on Monday.
yeah,
see.
thank you. Should show up. Do that.
Yeah. Okay, I got you.
So while you guys are hanging out in Farrow, you're at the bar. You hear a strange ruckus. There's something going on over in the corner, and before you know it, out comes this gnome. I don't even know how to describe this gnome. He comes waddling out from
He'd be after my lucky charms.
this problem that he was in with the locals. And Largo, you recognize him as Smee, an old friend of yours. He and you have gone done some robbings together. You worked on a couple of cases, a couple of gigs together, and you see Smee walking through the town, like completely oblivious to you, about to walk out the front door.
All right, so I get Smee's attention, and I give him a look that's like Ixnay on the Ealing stay.
Okay.
Don't talk about our
Smee turns to you and says,
I give him a look that says, "What does that mean?"
Oh, Smee, my old friend.
Fuck, now we're stuck
That
with
was
two
totally
dwarves.
unexpected. Okay.
Smee runs up to you and he's just like, "Hello, Largo. How's it been?"
Oh god, this is gonna be.
Smee!
It's
Hello.
me, Smee. Do you remember me? Look at me. Yeah, I'm Smee.
Smee, yes, my old friend. How are you?
I'm doing quite well. How are you? I saw the basilisk that you guys encountered. That must have been crazy.
Yeah, it actually took out one of our party members. It was
Well,
a son
lucky it wasn't you, am I right? And he keeps poking you in the ribs.
of... Yes.
But we all see this guy now, right?
yeah, I mean, he's right there.
First of all, I didn't know, Largo, you had friends, but also, what do you mean you saw the basilisk?
Well, I saw the blood in the body. I've been tracking you. I heard about robberies in a town past, and I knew it was my old friend Largo here. And I kind of like put my arm around him.
He's not a robber. You must be mistaken.
He goes, "Oh, no. We grew up robbing people all the time. It's what we do."
Is
Us
that
little
so,
people.
Largo?
I did.
Oh.
Oh, Largo, you kept it from them? How? Yeah. Anyways, my name's Smee, and it's a pleasure to meet you.
Back in my olden days, I mean, I am a halfling. I did used to do that, but I've put those days behind me.
But he says
Rest
he was
assured.
tracking you with.
Yes, and when you say days behind you, I'm sure you mean the last week, Largo.
That would probably be right.
It's fine.
This one would never pass up a coin.
If anything, it's pretty hilarious how butthurt you were when we asked you about it. But you're a good actor, my friend. You've proven your weight in gold. Obviously,
You
We wouldn't be here without
completely
you.
fooled me. I was completely oblivious. I thought I believed you, man.
You know, Smee,
It's all right. It's all right.
you've always had a big mouth. You know that?
I do have a big mouth, but I am a tiny man, so I guess it works out, wouldn't you say?
Is he about the same size as Largo?
I'm very tiny. I'm like the smallest gnome you've ever seen. I actually look like the baby. Just a gigantic, like, Stewie head from Family Guy.
Smee, what's your specialties? What do you bring to the table?
He goes, well, much like my friend here, I do some thieving of bits, but we will see what happens in the future, I assume. Looks like you guys could perhaps use another hand, or perhaps two, as you were missing one, it seems, in the past.
Well,
I get what you're saying.
we did just lose a friend.
Guys, I've known Smee. Well, I did know him for a long time. What he says is true. He will steal from people, but he won't. He probably won't steal.
Oh, no. I won't steal from people. That's your game, friend. That's not my game.
Well, Smee, let's be real.
I am real. You probably
He's
stole
been
from that
about
person.
500% more honest than you have so far. So
I mean, look at that person right there. You probably steal from him right now. How many coins are in his pocket? You know.
I thought you guys would think less of me if I stole from people. And
well, I'd want us. I mean, I'd want you to be a little bit more discreet about it in terms of who we steal from. We are trying to do some good here, so if we steal from good folks, it seems
I
like
don't understand why someone would steal money from people.
Well,
Droppy, we'll explain basic economics to you later, but
yeah.
I mean,
Smee looks at Jockry and he's just like, well, see, Jockry, when one person has more than the other, then they are richer than that person, and it makes them very happy.
I don't feel happier if it's heavy.
You don't feel happy when you have
Jockry,
money?
should I carry your platinum? I definitely.
I
That's
think you
actually
better
not
actually
heavy.
for
check
somebody
your
who
coin
acts
purse.
like they don't like gold, you're so reluctant to give it up, Jockey.
Actually, you know what? Here, have 10 gold.
Excellent.
But stop stealing, please.
Largo, that was some impressive thievery. You didn't even have to steal.
I'm removing 10 gold from my
Your
character.
game has really stepped up these past couple of years.
Smee,
But
if
please stop
Largo
stealing,
vouches for you,
please.
and for the sake of I don't care to role play us finding out if we trust him or not, because obviously we're gonna fucking trust him. Welcome to the band, friend. We of course could use your tiny little baby hands.
I look down at my hands and go, I would say they're about a baby size, yes. Yeah. You can use them however you wish. However, I'm not going to any dark corners, Mr. Victorian. If you know what
Oh
I'm
no,
saying.
it's fine. I don't swing that way or that low.
Okay then. All right. Anyways, what were you fellows up to?
Well, I mean,
we're about to embark on a journey.
how
We need
can
to
we
learn.
trust this guy? Like,
Oh
are you
god,
just gonna tell to him everything?
Jen.
You just be like, hey, some random dwarves, let's tell him about the baby and the magic.
Listen, I'm talking to
I can show you the
pretend
world.
character in a faraway, distant land. I have such a tough time when we introduce a new character, like pretending to like, and then people are like, "Oh,
pretty
that
tough,
makes
man.
system that fast." But it's like, what are we gonna do? Turn him away? Be like, nah, fuck it, I don't believe in Smee.
Create
You know?
a new character.
Smee's out. Roll somebody new.
My limit of imagination, it's here. I hit the ceiling. Like I can't. We're like,
Yeah.
well,
It's always hard to like bring in new
Smee,
people, man.
Smee, you guys don't know this about Smee, but Smee, you have gotten yourself into a lot of trouble where you're from. You are tracking the party, but you're also running from some things. So
Sounds fun.
you have an incentive to get out of Dodge. You and Largo had a history together. You were pretty tight back in the day. Largo, it's like a childhood friend of yours. You trust him pretty well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I won't stop you, Jen. You can role play it if you want. I'm trying to say like
I mean,
can't.
I was gonna give an opportunity for Largo to be like, yeah, he's so trustable, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah. So you can do that. Like I'm not. I won't judge you. I'm just saying.
What
I can't.
about tomorrow morning, we make him take the test?
The test? What's the test? I don't like tests.
Look,
I've always
all right,
failed them.
now that everything's up in the open, it's not that hard of a test to pass. I'm not gonna lie, and my friend
You're
Smee
not gonna lie.
would
Yeah,
pass
that's-
with flying colors.
Like, look, if you can't trust me, then that's your own problem, Jackery. But I think you probably need an adventuring partner now that,
It's
like I said,
it's
you
kind
are
of-
down one. Friends don't come by very often in this world, and, well, I'm the nicest gnome you'll ever meet. And I give him a big smile.
If only he said that under the test's
See,
influence.
here's the thing about the test is that practiced liars can beat it, and people that are truthful would lose to it, but they're truthful anyway. So it's kind of like a paradox.
I go,
tough.
also, Jackery, I'm sure that Largo has stolen from you before, but since you don't care about money, I guess that doesn't help you much now, does it? Or me in this particular situation.
Well, I care that he lied to me. At least you didn't lie to me.
I would never lie.
Now, if only we tried.
Okay.
Yeah. And so on and so forth until Jackery is like, whatever, beers.
You guys head to bed eventually. And is that our show for today, JP?
Yeah, we can end it here. That was a good 30-minute segment, so that's a good VOD. We could do.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to keep going, we can keep
No,
going.
I don't have anything rolled or anything, so I wouldn't know what to do in combat.
I would just say Jackery or Jen came up with a good idea where we are researching the lands between, so we're preparing for the weather, land.
Yeah, I'm asking if it's gonna be like jungle-ish or more plains or rocks or woods.
They say to get to the area where you're headed, it's mostly plains, and then you hit the heavy hills, but it's very dangerous territory. We can go into this more later.
Oh, okay. That's fine.
Yeah, but I mean, you can spend a day or two in town researching the adventure ahead.
Okay.
It's probably a good idea.
Okay.
Good.
Yeah, let's do some
do
shout-outs
that.
here. And guys ask me what I don't know what my weapons are. I literally messaged Neal, hey, if you want to introduce a character here at the end, I guess I'm a gnome thief. And he goes,
Did you guys talk about this beforehand? Like, 'cause I know for a while.
No,
So this happened in the last like 5 minutes.
He goes, what's your name? And I'm like, it's me. And so it just happened right now. I got to roll the character and everything. I'll do it. I'll do it sometime this week. I'll probably
Is it a
stream it as
thief?
well. Yeah, it's a gnome thief.
We're gonna have 2 thieves in our group.
It's like the
Well, I
most
can't play anything
useless
magical,
thing.
and I'm not going to be another warrior. So
It'll be exciting. Come on.
yeah, now Neal doesn't have to throw creatures at us. They just kill
Neal's
a character
doing-
every
yeah.
week.
Neil's doing this because he wants us to not fight anymore.
Wait, he made the thief. I didn't make a thief. What are you doing?
I still blame Neil somehow. Neil, I'll figure it out. I'll lawyer it, but it's you somehow. I can...
All right, let's do some shout-outs. Ryan, why don't you go ahead?
Word. All right. Shout outs to all you guys watching. Thank you so much. We enjoy it very, very much when you watch us role play and make content and songs and all that shit. That's really cool. So thank you guys so much. For my own personal stuff, you can check out my Twitter at MLGRyan. You can check out my YouTube, youtube.com/Ryuzilla, and my Twitch, as always, twitch.tv/Ryuzilla. That's, I'm doing content 6 days a week, so definitely come by and check some of that out. As for right after D&D, I think I'm going to be playing Resistance or whatever the Wednesday Mafia guys are doing, so I don't even know what channel that's on right now, but that's where I'll be right after this.
Awesome. Jen, do some shout-outs.
All right, shout out to everyone watching the show. So if I'm gonna reroll, I'm coming back as Abby. So there's another thief. No, not really. Though.
Yeah. Oh God.
It's just a bunch of
Get behind him, Victorian. Face me, oh fearsome guard man. Of course I will. Oh God.
We're all gonna hide in shadows as Victorian just takes all
This
the
is so
time.
the 3 silent thieves that just backstab everybody.
We're gonna murder all entire cities in their sleeps. It's gonna be amazing. Alright, so if you want to follow me at LivinPink SC2 on Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube.com/LivinPink. And check out Misclicks D&D every Tuesday at 8:30 p.m. EDT, misclicks.com on Twitch. Also check out www.misclicks.com. If you want to get involved into esports and start writing articles, we're looking for some writers. They're going to be announced next week who we pick, so do that. It's nice, it's cool, it's awesome.
Neal, do some shout-outs.
Everyone in the party, well, the 3 of you,
Oh, right.
get 5,025 experience.
Ooh, I leveled
5,000.
up.
What? Are you serious?
Greater basilisks are worth a lot of
Oh,
experience,
the greater
especially
basilisk?
especially when you divide between 3 people instead of 4 people.
Yep.
Hmm.
So
Holy
XP.
So,
Christ.
how much?
nice big fat XP bonus for you guys.
So we're at
What's it-
15,410, guys, by the way.
15,410. Okay,
Yes.
so I leveled up.
Okay, we'll deal with that later. You guys can watch cartography on Mondays, so we can see us making the maps ahead of time, which kind of gives a clue as to where I think the party might be going conceivably, or maybe I just kind of want to map out that area. For me, I think I might go do some resistance after this if Mafia people are doing that, or I might just take a nap because I did 2 marathon streams in this week and have only slept like 10 hours since Sunday. So I might nap. In fact, I'm going to nap. Never mind, I'm not going to stream. Napping sounds great. Tomorrow we have RollPlay Eben, which you should check out. RollPlay Eben's great. And we got Love Bites, and we got Mafia tomorrow, which is going to be fun. And then my big marathon stream, the real marathon stream, is next Friday. Not in 2 days, but a week from then. We're attempting 90 hours. I would love some support. If you guys could show up at any point in there and cheer me on.
I would.
Hashtag Team Neal is the way, not Team Chat. Not Team Chat, Team Neal. All right? Back me up on that. Thank you, Jeff. And yeah, you should also check out Dicing with Death on Sunday. It's a solo campaign. Me and my friend Ryan, not this Ryan, other Ryan, we take turns DMing for one of each other, and we always do solo campaigns. They're interesting. I played a character who lasted 45 minutes this last weekend. He did not make it very far.
For what now?
For the Dicing with Death on Sunday, like I killed the other guy's character, and then I made a character, and he lasted 45 minutes before he died, and then we made a new character, and so I don't know. It's a fun thing. It's pretty silly, and
Your
it's really
main guy
interesting.
died, and then another one died in 45 minutes?
No, like, yeah, because I was the DM, and he was the player, and
Oh.
he got himself killed. Then I rolled a character and played that, and then he killed me. He totally killed me in 45 minutes, and then we rolled a new character for him. So we just keep taking turns, like, as someone dies, or the campaign ends for whatever reason, we make a new campaign. So it's like an ongoing, just kind of playful adventure back and forth between the two of us. It's pretty fun.
A playful adventure between 2 guy friends that goes back and forth. I like it. I love your description.
Yeah, we've been doing this since junior high, actually. So
You're making the description even better.
no, seriously, we'd go camping, and literally instead of going hiking, we'd just stay in the tent and play D&D together. Yeah, sleepovers were fun. Anyway, that's all I got for you guys. Thanks for watching. I think all of us have sub buttons now, so you can sub to any one of us if you want, or all of us, or none of us, as you please.
I should
will
talk
put
to
Q&A
Twitch.
right now.
I should. Well, I'll say this off cast. I don't want to get anyone hopes up.
Yeah, I know what you're gonna say.
Yeah. Jeff, close us out with some shout outs.
Thanks everyone for tuning in. Really enjoying this. I once again got that strong sense of despair as we were battling this monster, because I was like, that's it, we're all fucking dead. I couldn't roll a hit, and Alice, our tank / only guy that deals damage, went down like first thing. But that's what makes us so fun, is that Neal challenges us, and sometimes we make out of it. And every time Neal or JP does not make it out of it, but I guess it's part of the ongoing story, so it's fun. For me personally, as always, just thank you everyone, and shout out to EG, or my team, of course. In the near future, I will be playing a Velo tomorrow for the MLG tournament. That's the only match I want to win of that group. If I lose to a Velo, I'll have to commit Sudoku on myself.
Hold on, Jeff. If you lose to a Velo, you are off of roleplay. All right.
No, I don't.
We're going back there. We're going back there, Jeff. Do not lose to a Velo.
I'll play from heaven. Anyways, I will be streaming XCOM Enemy Within after this, but I'm going to eat dinner, so it's going to be in like roughly 35 minutes or something like that. So if you want to watch me play 3 solid missions and then get my ass absolutely handed to me and then I get really sad, that could be your kind of thing. And that's it. Thanks, everybody.
Awesome stuff. That's it for whatever the show's called, RollPlay Solum this week. Like Neal said, we've got Eben tomorrow at it's 2 Eastern this week, Neal, just in case you didn't remember.
2 Eastern.
Yeah, because Katz is casting at 7 Eastern or something like that.
Well, that is great to know.
Yeah. I need to remind everyone about that as well. And then Friday we got 8-bits, and then on Saturday it'll be the final episode of Roleplay R&D with Day 9. So if you want to see some of his final acting, I guess you could say, check it out on Saturday, 4 o'clock Eastern. And I think we'll be playing for 5 hours then, since it is his final show. So apart from that, thanks everyone for watching, and we'll see you next week sometime. We'll let you guys know when the next episode's going to be. We'll see you then. Bye-bye.
Peace.
Bye bye.
Hey guys, stick around for